Luke here with your Weather Wednesday video post. I hope you are ready for a great one today. I'm bringing you the weirdest weather events of 2018 so far. Starting with my home state of Florida, Winter Storm Grace had blanketed Tallahassee back in January with its first measurable snow since 1989, and the first January occurrence in records that date all the way back to 1885. But that's not the only bizarre event that took place in the Sunshine State. Up to a quarter-inch of ice had accumulated in Lake City, and there was light ice on elevated surfaces that were reported as far south as Levy County. A few months ago, back in May, a 36-mile-long EF1 tornado struck western and central New Hampshire, and it was one of the longest on record in New England. I know you must be wondering why this is weird. Well, for one, any tornado in May is strange for New Hampshire since its peak tornado month is July, but it was really how the tornado was discovered. I know this sounds weird, but while the National Weather Service forecasters noted some rotation on the radar at the time of the tornado, they didn't receive public wind damage reports until days after the storm. It wasn't until then that the NWS office in Gray, Maine, put the reports to piece together its path. That was 10 days after the tornado. 10 days. Back in early June, within the first 6 days, a pair of EF3 tornadoes tore through areas near Gillette and Laramie, Wyoming. This was the first EF3 tornado in the state since 1987. Because of Wyoming's low population density, it typically minimizes the chance of a tornado hitting structures or really even trees to allow the National Weather Service to rate a Wyoming tornado. The only way the NWS was able to rate the tornado was the scored grass on the ground in Laramie. This last one is kind of a twofer. In late February, there was a heat wave that swept across New England. It was the most extraordinary heat event to ever affect the northeastern part of the United States since official records began in the late 1800s. Then, of course, there was what the Weather Channel called four Easters, a play on the word nor'easter. There were four nor'easters in March, winter storms Riley, Quinn, Schuyler, and Toby. Kind of like Mother Nature's way of payback for the early summer-like weather that New England had in February. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. If you know of any strange weather events that happened so far this year, I want to hear about it. Leave a comment down below, call or text me. I'd love to hear from you. Next Weather Wednesday, audience pick. Until next time, have a good one.